Hey everyone, this is Joy, and I'm on my joyous journey. I am trying to be completely successful. You have to excuse me, I have some outside noises that are unexplainable and don't understand the reasoning why, other than I am telling my testimony because this is what God wants me to do. I have permission because it is part of my purpose and my calling to make such, videos out to the world and to express myself in a way that other people that would know, like, they're going through the same thing or that I've been through the same thing or my testimony may be their testimony as well. But I have always been like in the past, like many years ago, was looking for love in all the wrong places. I had like, um, times where, I was just up and down, just having, a lot of, I had low self esteem. I had low self esteem. I was insecure, you know, um, a lot of times was very disrespectful to my own self, let alone other people. I was so angry and so hurt. I had that passive aggressive behavior. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't know what that is, you can look that up. It's, you know, yeah, just look it up. But passive aggressive behavior, a lot of anger, a lot of, fear to turn into anger, like, um, and going through a lot of things that I went through, you know, um, just to let you know that God is love, and love cast out all fear. So it was like times I would be fearful, times that I would be okay and just erratic, my thoughts scattered, my especially I couldn't get order in my life, gain order. I, was going with this guy, that guy sometimes. I had relationships that did not last longer than anything. And growing up, as much as I did, I said growing up, even as an adult, I was still growing up. Even as an adult, I'm still growing. I grew up. But, what I'm saying? It's like, some people they don't have the understanding that I do about myself or if anyone ever because I'm beginning even to take accountability for the actions that I played in getting hurt by men, getting hurt by certain female friends, how certain friends, well, I didn't have like a male best friend. Well, I did when I was young, but I didn't know any better. We liked each other, just call each other best friends and didn't even know why we would call each other best friends. But I tell you, it's hard out here in these streets here. Yeah, not that I'm out there because I'm not for the streets at all. Now, maybe way, way back in the day, if you use that term, maybe I was. I just like to go out, kick it, and have fun. I didn't really want to do anything too serious, and, that cost me a lot. It cost me a lot because it cost me the custody of my oldest daughter, and she had to suffer behind that too. And the things that were happening to me, I was just really out of control. But my main problem was dealing with men, which, I'm still strictly, DIC, ickly, but, it's not that I hate men because I don't hate men. I'm not going to treat men bad because I was hurt in the past. I have to learn how to take accountability and know it's not all their fault because they were probably broken too. More 9 times out of 10, the guys that I was dealing with were broken, you know, um, and a lot just stuck in their ways and ways how they taught or were taught how to treat women, You know, especially the good ones, the good women and the nice women. And I was one of those, the good one and the nice one, you know. But I get turned up a little bit too, you know, at times, you know. I was a little bit too turned up like a crazy, maybe drunk, you know, um, smoking, you know, a lot of, you know, herbals, you know, and stuff like that. So, you know, I pretty much just went through a lot, you know, because of my substance abuse and because I didn't have any boundaries. I do now. And it shows. It shows in the way that I carry myself and how I talk to men, how I what I want, what I expect from them. But I really just, you know, I'm not like into dating or anything like that right now because, you know, I'm kind of like just, you know, solace, you know, I'm just, you know, to myself right now. You know, I could maybe have someone in mind that I did want to be with or whatnot, but I still have to work on myself, you know, and I understand that other people are working on themselves or everybody's working on themselves too, still. It's an ongoing process. But, you know, I really know that nobody's perfect when me and you know, whoever who God picked out for me is, you know, he's not perfect as well, but they're working together, you know, to continue the healing journey and to grow as human beings, grow as, you know, individuals and as a couple. You know, I believe that, you know, there is hope for the future of that relationship that we both have been hurt so much that um, we know how to help each other heal, and it's not like in a sexual type of way. It's just like from internally how we have grown and the things that we have been through and how we mesh together. And then our individual selves, working on our individual selves is so important and so key to having a healthy relationship that um, it's inevitable that we would ever part from each other again, you know, because God has worked so hard and so diligently to get us to come together that He is trying to wait and see what we do and how we go about doing it, you know, not doing it. Been abstinent, well, that's it, celibate for a long while. I have. And that person may, well, it hasn't as much, but I'm not there to judge that portion of our connection or what he has been doing because I'm supposed to be working on myself and working on, you know, what God wants me to do in the kingdom, you know, and to move forward. So, meaning that, you know, I just have to let God continue to work on him, God to continue to work on me, and that's just what it is in a nutshell as far as that is concerned. Now, there isn't really that much confusion on my end or his, you know, but we're definitely separate right now, and we're definitely trying to work on ourselves. So, well, yeah, I'm gonna call it a night because I know that I sound like so sleepy, and I did. I already just made a video, and I was like, it's got some little weird sounds in it, you know. It sounds like some little haters out there in the hallway, so I'm just kind of keep on making these little noises and stuff like that. It's kind of messing up my video, but it ain't messed up though. It's all good, you know. People don't want themselves to be exposed, but then they do the wrong things to people, the wrong people. You don't do people that way. You don't know me. Just be kind and be, respectful of my energy and my time and what I'm trying to do. What is the use? Why act like a little kid and do stuff like that? I just don't understand that. Why is you worried about somebody knowing about what you doing? Don't do it then. That's how I feel about it. Don't do it. Don't you treat people how you would want to be treated. And then you'll see how that goes. 'Cause I don't be sitting there standing around nobody's door listening to see what they're talking about and if they're making a video. Get your mind right and get yourself together, okay? And stop trying to mess with me. Don't mess with me. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to expose you. You already exposed yourself. Too late. Alright, man. You get mad at me for no dang on reason, girl. Go sit yourself down somewhere and manage your business. Because I'm not the ones you want to be playing with. I'll talk to you later. Look, I'll talk to y'all later. I'm just like having a moment. I'm just speaking out loud about some particular person that called herself one step to me, and I just didn't like that. I didn't like that at all because I feel it was really unnecessary because I didn't do nothing to her, so it's just like, I don't even want to talk to her no more. Like, I don't even talk to her. I don't want to just say hi to her when she always got to try to be funny and act dumb. She's supposed to be smart, but she act dumb. I don't know. Some people just like that, I guess. What was me? Anyway, I'll pray for her. Have a nice day. Y'all have a good night. All right, God bless.